Sabrent actually did it. They listened to feedback from people who bought these things and they made them better. For context, this is Sabrent's 8-port, 252 watt USB charger that has 4 USB-C ports and 4 USB-A ports. And after many years of searching, I finally found a unit that doesn't reset everything when you plug something new in. So that was the main thing that I wanted for this, because sometimes I'm running a couple Raspberry Pis and I plug in my soldering iron and I don't want to take that down. I don't want to take down my little cluster of Pis that I'm running here on my desk. So I've been running this at my desk for months now. I don't know if it's been a year yet. I don't even keep track of time. This is the second channel. One of my main complaints was, you know, I use this, you can see I have all these cables over here, and this is extraordinarily clean right now. This is not how things look. Don't get any weird ideas about me having a clean desk. But anyway, this is my main complaint. I plug something in, I'm charging it, and it doesn't show what it's doing. Like, it has that capability, and it just shows this logo, and it's like, that's great. I don't, you know, I know that it's a Sabrent. I don't need to know that. They actually listen to feedback, so I can click the button and it'll show the power usage, and you can actually click the button again and cycle through and see the different amperages and voltages and things. Very cool. It gives you the temperature inside the unit. I don't think it gives you temperature per port or anything like that, but anyway, it's a very cool device, but it did that dumb thing where it goes back to Sabrent, so every time I want to check the power usage after like 5 minutes, I have to click the button. Well, they listened to that feedback and they updated the firmware on these. Sadly, I don't think you can update the firmware on old ones, so that one will stay that way. But supposedly these work, and spoiler, I already have one of these. They actually sent me 2 of these after, you know, I talked to them. I actually did have a problem where I thought that the display was broken on here, so I sent it back. They sent me a new one. I thought the new one was broken. It turns out when you plug it in, like for some reason, I don't know if this is a firmware bug or what, but the screen would just be really dim, and if you like click and hold, or you like click and then click and hold or something, there's a pattern. When you have one button on a UI, it's never very easy to design for that. So whatever that bug was, it was user error, but also if you design your product with one button, there's gonna be some user errors. Oh, and the other thing too is, I don't know if this is on this one too, if you triple click, yeah, so the new one, this old one, no matter how many times you click, it just cycles through everything. On the new one, if you triple click it, it will actually flip the screen. So if you have this like pointed a different direction, you can flip the screen. You know, how brilliant is that? But you know, these are things, I don't think Sabrent is like a USB charger company, but they've done pretty good for the first product that they built with it. I will say that they sent me 2 of these after I had conversations with them through the support and through all that stuff. And they said, hey, we fixed these things, can you retest it? So I have been retesting. And I'll show you over here at the workbench. So I've permanently mounted this one. This is a new one, and it's been about 30 minutes since last time I did anything over here, and look, the screen is still showing me the wattages. How nice is that? So I have right now a Raspberry Pi running off of it, and well, I'm not plugged in here. Hold on. It's really hard to do things one-handed. I don't know how people vlog all the time, but anyway, I have this as a little Meshtastic node from MusiWorks that I have plugged in, and those 2 are over here, and I have this AirLab charging. I plug it in every once in a while, and then I realize the battery's dead after a few weeks, and then I plug it back in. And I have a Pine Sol right here, which is not on, but it's plugged in, so it's showing 0 watts right now. But watch this. I'll unplug this USB-A device, and that just goes to 0 watts. I'll plug it back in. Nothing else is resetting. The Raspberry Pi is still booted up and running. Everything's happy, and I'll unplug and replug this high-power USB-C device, the Pine Sol. I will plug that back in, and nothing has reset. And if I go over here, I can turn this on. The coolest thing about this is it has 252 watts, so this is a Pine Sol. It uses a lot of power, probably like 60 watts. You know, let's see. It's saying right now, focus, it's saying 50 to 60 watts. That smells pretty bad. I must not have cleaned the tip on this thing last time I used it. But yeah, 50 to 60 watts on here. That's a good deal of power. I don't know how to quickly turn it off, so I'm just gonna unplug it. But there. So I've been using it, and I can plug things, unplug things, nothing resets. Like this is, I said, like, I really like your thing. There's just a few things that are annoying about it, and they fixed at least 2 of them now. The other thing that I hope that they can do at some point, I actually asked, like, can you put like rack mounting screws or something on it? Because it has, see, I have this one, whoa, I have this one mounted. See, it comes with this little mounting plate, and you just lock it in there. So you could probably 3D print something to put it onto rack rails or something, but they said that they can't do physical changes to the unit without like doing new FCC stuff or something. So, but I really hope that they can make like a slightly shorter version, because this is a little over, I think that's like 2 inches or so. And if we could put it into a mini rack like this one, I always have a few USB-C devices, or I can use my Werewolf USB-C to 12 volt adapters or whatever voltage to run like the mini PC and other things in this rack. And I could just have this be my PDU. Now, another thing that I also asked for, like I asked for everything, and you know, if manufacturers give you a few things, then you're already doing better than most places. I also said, like, could you make it with Zigbee with per port remote control so you could turn on and off ports and things? I don't know if that's going to happen, but if it does, that'd be amazing, because this would be like the perfect power supply for everything. I could run experiments here with remote control power monitoring and switch them on and off. I could use them in my mini racks. I could use it at my desk. I don't know. It just seems like that would be even better. But still, the best thing about this is Sabrent listened to user feedback from their charger, which already I thought was one of the best that I've ever used, and they made it even better through firmware updates. So thank you to them. And if you have one that you've had that problem with the screen not turning on, it could be that you need to like click and then hold for a while, or like click and hold, or like double click, or I don't know what the combo was, but now that the screens are working, I'm happy, and I don't do that anymore. But this one, you can see it's still on, but in like 3 or 4 minutes, I think that's going to turn off. That's just so annoying. Anyway, right now these things are on sale for $80. I thought they might have been 60 or 70 at some point, but anyway, they're on sale for 80 bucks. So I'm going to buy another one for home, because I have 3 at work here that literally take care of every charging need now at my main workspaces. Long-term review, I have had no problems with the one over there, and this one has been on for a week now, and I've had no problems with it. Still recommended. Thank you. I hope that more manufacturers take product feedback into account quickly like they did, and update the firmware and get these things even better. It'd be nice if they had a little USB port somewhere, or even something you could unscrew and then update the firmware, but I don't know. I mean, how many USB chargers do you have that you can update firmware on?